All right, all right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so I posted this on Instagram on September 9th and 7:52 a.m. in the morning. Okay, it says modern women must fix their toxic past and present before pursuing a high value man. Okay. Now, a high value man to most people is a man who makes $100,000 or more. I mean, you know what I mean? Because most of the world, most of Americans don't make $100,000, right? The medium is $40,000, 40 to 45,000 is the medium average amount of money that most people make. Um, Especially men, right? Men and women, the medium is 40 to $45,000. Well, let's just say 40 to $50,000 is the medium amount of money that most people make. Well, when they file their taxes. Now we know that people make money under the table as well and things like that. So maybe people that file the taxes at 40 or 50,000 make actually 80,000, but they when they file the taxes they're making 40 to 50,000, right? Before taxes. Okay, so that's majority of the Americans make 40 to 50,000. So that's about, yeah, I think you can round that up to about 70% of Americans make 40 to $50,000 a year, which is literally nothing, right? If you in the grand scheme of things, right? It's really nothing because after taxes, you're really making literally nothing, right? So a high value man is a man that many people believe is a man that has it together, professional, has some type of professional thing going. Either he has he has his own business or he's working for a corporation and things like that, and or he's the boss and he makes $100,000 or more, right? And that's the type of woman a man, that's the type of woman, I mean, that's the type of man a woman is looking, most majority of women are looking for. Not all women, because a lot of women, um, they feel intimidated by a man making that much money or higher than that, and they don't know what to do with a guy like that. So there's women out there that don't want a high value man because they wouldn't know how to keep a high value man, right? And then because they just don't know, they don't live that type of life, and they don't want to live that type of life, right? That type of luxury lifestyle. Some women like to just be and live a comfortable lifestyle, right? And so a hardworking man, electrician or plumber that makes 50,000 a year, they'll be okay with that. They actually think that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? And so, anyways, let's go. So it says that that includes your mental state and being healed from all the trauma you might have faced before you can even think about a high value man. Jumping from boyfriend to boyfriend without healing only destroys our communities, right? We see, especially on social media, we see a lot of modern women jumping from boyfriend to boyfriend. You already like when you see a modern woman announce that she has a boyfriend, you're literally putting a 6 month 6 months or less time period on there. Some of us are putting 3 months. I know somebody that had a announced that or had a boyfriend, and I literally put a 6 month clock on it because this is what this woman does, right? And so we got a lot of modern women with children, especially modern women with children, just bouncing around from men to men to men, and they don't know that the trauma that they're going through themselves. But also, what about the trauma that they're putting on their children as they go from man to boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend, right? And you know what I mean. And so they're not praying about these men because if they were, God would have told them to stay away or don't even bother. Wait for your husband. They're not praying. It's clear as day that modern women don't pray for the men that they're that God has for them because they're dating. They love dating. They don't like modern women are not interested in marriage. They're interested in dating, right? And so that's become the problem here is that modern women are more interested in dating and having fun than actually marriage, right? And so there's no way you can get a high value man as a modern woman today if you're not a wife, if you're not preparing to be a wife, if you're not already a wife, right? A man who seeks a wife finds a good thing. That means you already have to be a wife. You already know how to do the things of a wife must do, right? Cooperation, peace, and a peaceful environment for your man. You know what I mean? Be his support stool and things like that, and be able to cook and clean. A man should know how to cook and clean for himself too. Because as a single man, we have to cook for ourselves, right? Or buy food. You know what I mean? So be but many of us don't know how to cook. So you know what I mean. But you expect a wife to know how to cook. A wife should know how to clean, right? A wife should be ready to settle down and be able to raise a family, right? And but the thing about modern women is that a modern woman that wants children, they don't want to take care of their children. They want to send their children off to let somebody else take care of them while they go become independent women, right? Oh, I don't want to stop my business. I don't want to stop what I'm doing. And so then you're not. Then that is that really a wife? You know what I mean? A man that's high value wants you to take care of the children, right? A man that is making $30,000 a year and working for somebody else in a low income job, he's not going to care. But a high value man driving a Porsche, you know what I mean, or a Ferrari and stuff, he's going to want you, the mother, to be at home and take care. Now you can work from home, ladies, right, as well, and many women do. Some modern women that are with a high value man, they do take care of children, and they work from home. So that is an option. But high value man, but it's all about the trauma. You gotta get the trauma out. You going from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend. You're not healing, and that's destroying the communities because now you're giving that trauma to another man. Now there's some women out there that are doing that on purpose, and then the others they don't. They just don't know. Right? There's some women out here that are actually doing this on purpose. They're literally dating every man and transferring that trauma onto them so they can feel how she felt about what happened to her 10 years ago by another guy, right? So maybe she was raped, or maybe she had some trauma, or maybe she was beaten badly and things. And so now she's on a revenge tour, right? And so now she's bringing that trauma and that toxic into and dating man. She can't keep a man for 3 months because all that trauma and all that damage is just spewing out to that man, and he leaves. But now that man has that trauma on him, and now he needs help. And we see, and there's many, we not many, but we've seen women that have done this. Modern women on social media jumping from men to men to men, bring and putting that trauma that they have not healed from onto these men, and it's destroying our communities. Right, and then that man goes out and now he's seeking revenge against women, and now he's putting the trauma on all the women he can find. It's terrible. Okay, and to how do you avoid that? You got to pray about your mate. Pray about the person that you want to be call your boyfriend and girlfriend, and then pray about the woman that you want to marry. Pray about the man that you want to marry. If a man gives you a ring, you need to pray about that and make sure that that is the right man for you. You should already know before he even gives you the ring, right? Because a man ain't gonna give you most men ain't gonna give you a ring until about 4 to 6 months into the marriage. I mean, into the relationship. Most men wait 4 to 6 months to know if you're to know. He knows immediately within the first three, maybe 6 weeks if you're a wife material, if you're wifey or not. You know what I mean? He knows right away with his eyes, but he has to then get to know your mind and everything else, right? Um, but and then he will maybe wait 4 to 6, usually about 6 months to 7 months. 6 to 9 months is when a man usually proposes to a woman that he believes that is his wife, right? But he already knows, right? And so, ladies, you got to deal with, and you can't heal by yourself. That's what therapists are for and things like that. Pastors, prophets, prophetess, apostles, and therapists and family to be able to get you out of that trauma. Also, fasting. Fasting is a good way to remove trauma, right? Because you're not eating anything, you're not putting toxins in your body, and then you're just giving on to the Lord, right? You're just seeking the Lord, and the Lord is healing you from all the things that you've been through in the past, and you're also repenting for all the things that you've caused to create the trauma as well. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. Modern women need to heal. Stop jumping from boyfriend to boyfriend. Heal from your trauma, from your past and your present trauma. If you got baby daddy issues, you should not be looking for no high value man. Matter of fact, you shouldn't be looking for no man if you got baby daddy issues, right? So, you got to fix these things first and make your environment peaceful before you bring somebody else in there so that you don't destroy that person. And then he goes destroying other people, right? And then all you're saying on social media is there's no good men out there. Well, no, that's not the case. There's a lot of good men out there and there's a lot of good women out there. It's just that we have caused trauma in our communities by not healing ourselves and seeking help to, which we think that we healing our own selves is like, okay, I waited a year, I did nothing for a year, I'm healed. No, you're not. Because as soon as you go meet somebody and they do exactly what the other person did, maybe not to the same degree, but you see it coming, you automatically going crazy. You flipping tables at a Denny's restaurant, you know. And that's because you still traumatized, right? You still dealing with that trauma. And that man had no intentions of doing what the other man did, but you thought he did because you saw a little bit of a glimpse of signs that, oh, he might be going that way, and he had no plans on going that way. Right. And so this is what we're dealing with. But anyways, peace out, God bless. And ladies, also ladies, if you're with a man for a year and he hasn't even talked about marriage, he's wasting your time. You're on a biological clock. So if you're with a man for a year and he hasn't even brought up marriage or anything, all you're doing is wasting time. Okay, you're wasting his time. He's using you for sex. That's basically what he's doing, right? That's basically what he's doing. He's using you for sex. All right. So if that's you, matter of fact, if you're on here and you're being used for sex, matter of fact, why are you having sex in the first place without marriage, right? So you need to repent. There's a lot of trauma in you. You need to repent anyways. So anyways, and you need to get out of that relationship and repent and wait for your husband, right? That's not gonna have sex with you before marriage and it's gonna honor you as a queen. Anyways, peace out, God bless, eyes open, bye.